Hello Internet. Now if you watched my last Chicken Bites, you'll know that I said I was particularly busy at the beginning of the other week. And I'm going to tell you why. It was because I was off adventuring and most importantly, acting. Yes, that's right, acting. For some reason people wanted me to portray characters in their projects and various filmic ventures. I guess they just heard that I'm a brilliant actor and that's why they gave me roles such as Dead Body and Guy whose voice you can't hear in a flashback and background characters. Has someone been telling people that I'm bad at acting? Is that have you been telling people that I can't act? I mean, I'm not saying I can, but the first thing I was involved in was a short independent project called Demons. I know, the title's already piqued your interest. It's by a lovely chap called Mark, who's also known as Human Voice, or the Human Voice Productions, or one of those variations across the web. Bless me. Not too long ago, he did a film called Silent War, which is about domestic abuse. It's quite a harrowing portrayal of a realistic abusive relationship. And if you've got a spare 20 minutes or so, you can watch that here, or I'll put a link in the downstairs as well, so you can peruse it at your own leisure. As I say, it is about domestic abuse and it's quite violent, so if that's something that you maybe can't handle watching, consider yourself warned, but I'd recommend it as a viewing experience nonetheless. Now this other film, Demons, is the sequel to that. I believe it's focused more on mental illness, although don't hold me to that because I'm not 100% sure on the details. I mean, I was there for one day and I haven't read the script or anything, so... But it does continue the story and focus on the characters from the original film. Yeah, and filming that was quite intensive and I was pretty exhausted afterwards. It's certainly the biggest project that I've ever been involved in thus far. I can't even imagine the sort of strain that the people that are actually in the proper cast and crew were going through, considering that I was just an extra. Which largely meant my role consisted of standing in the background pretending to have a conversation and dancing like a maniac, and getting bumped into quite a few times by the lead actor. Which is a point, I got a line in the film, yeah, get in! Well, I did a line in a scene for the film. Whether or not it makes it to the final edit, I can't say. Personally, if I was going to cut things for time, my line would be the first thing to go because it's thoroughly inconsequential. Incidentally, Mark, if you do cut my line, can I just have that bit of footage just as a deleted scene that I can just be like, oh, look at this. Now, the thing about my line, it's quite bad, is that the main character gets pushed in the bar and bumps into me, and then I turn around and deliver my line. And I was just told to improv a reaction to getting bumped into. So I decided to go with something concise. I didn't want to milk it or anything. And I went with prick. Now when I first thought of it and first did it, it seemed fine. You prick. Way done. Unfortunately, we did multiple takes from multiple angles. And once I'd settled on the word prick, it meant I had to use prick every time. Now this was suddenly very problematic for me, and not the least because the line preceding that is, oh, sorry mate, which if this situation had happened to me in real life, I'd probably respond to with, oh, it's alright, or, you know, I'm sorry for getting in your way, sir. So there I am, repeatedly calling this man a prick over and over again, with a reasonable degree of sincerity. I'd like to think I brought enough professionalism to deliver it with accurate gusto. The issue with this is that Nathan, the lead actor, he looks like this. He's quite a scary man. He's a good foot taller than me, and he was staring at me as I looked him in the eye and called him a prick several times. Now there's a particularly complicated edit that has to occur during that scene, and to facilitate that we had to freeze while the other actors prepared themselves to make the cut more seamless. And it occurred immediately after my line, which meant on multiple occasions I said prick, and then we both had to stand there looking at each other for a good half a minute or so while the other actors prepared themselves and we could continue with the scene. It was more than a little bit frightening. So on the off chance that Nathan's watching this video, hi, sorry I called you a prick. I didn't mean it, obviously. You seem like a nice chap. And so we come to the second thing that I was involved in a day later, and that's a project by Darren Martin, also known as I've Been Darren. It involved a number of other YouTubers, and we all went up to his, and he made an announcement video about it that you can watch here, and at the same time check out his channel, maybe subscribe and stuff, because that's what you should do. Yeah. And in case you didn't just watch that video, we were there filming for his web series Miller and Storm, which he co-created with Maisie, who is known as November Storm on YouTube. I don't want to give too much away, but the first 2 episodes are out now and you can watch those here. No. Of course, further episodes will come out on his channel in due time, and when they do, I'll be able to release the behind the scenes footage that I shot while we were on set. But I can't do at the moment because it might contain spoilers and I don't want to ruin it for you. But that's something to look forward to, as well as the series. But yes, aside from demons, this is definitely the biggest thing I've ever been involved in. Certainly the biggest YouTube collaboration that I've ever been a part of. I'd love to do another big collaboration of this sort of nature again. Probably not another Miller and Storm, for reasons that will become quite obvious during the second episode. Incidentally, one of the first things that I had to do that day was take my shirt off and then lie on a table, which was uncomfortable. I should point out that it was the first time that I'd met quite a few of the people on that project in real life. And I'm sorry that that was their first impression of me. God, things I do for the internet. Anyway, links and stuff to all that will be in the downstairs, and while you're there you can fiddle around with the buttons and the comments and things, and I'll keep you updated as these things progress. I'll see you some other time. Bye!